What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, it is Valentine's Day, and it is your boy Aaron here today. I hope you've been enjoying the content on this channel, guys. It's been another great week. We've been delivering a news video every single day for you guys, all things DeFi and AI agents, guys, the intersection of decentralized finance and AI agents. And I know you guys are spending your days with your loved ones today, so I appreciate you watching the channel. Today we're spending the day on things we love on this channel, which is of course DeFi and AI agents. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Let's have a quick look at the charts today and see how the kind of top projects are performing across the AI agents and DeFi space. Now, as you can see here, there's been a sharp sell-off for AI rig complex, which is ARC and AI16Z. We're going to talk about that in a moment as to why that happened. Yesterday, we saw a nice rise actually to around $400 million market cap for ARC, but there has been some issues with their launch on their first launch project for their launchpad, ARC Forge. On top of that, AIXPT is also seeing a bit of a decline today, guys. It's actually just hovering over 200 million, which is the lowest I've seen it in a long time. I think people are waiting now for the next iteration of AIXPT. What is going to come next for AIXPT? You know, I think the initial hype has worn off. You know, people are getting a bit bored of the purple frog, unfortunately. So what is his next steps? What are the team's next steps? I'm sure they must be cooking something with the amount of attention that it received over the last 3 months. And yeah, going further down the page, guys, as you can see, it's pretty red across the board. There's a few outliers here. If we look at the largest gainers today, Doge AI is actually up 136%. Look at that. It just looks like the Burj Khalifa here. It's just non-stop. Let's have a quick look as to like, what is this Doge AI? So it's an autonomous AI agent here to uncover wasted inefficiencies in government spending and policy decisions. So what this is basically, guys, is it's a AI agent basically copied what Elon Musk is currently doing with Trump's administration, which is also called Doge. And I guess they are trying to do what Elon Musk is doing with his team with an AI agent, which is quite topical. The Doge AI token enables us to fund the operations and reward contributors. I don't know anything about this project. I just jumped into it. I'm definitely not telling you guys to buy this or anything like that. It could be a rug pull. I have no idea, but it's funny. It's always funny to see, you know, like Doge and kind of like people creating AI agents based on popular culture. Yeah, just wanted to check that out to see what it was, guys. Could be a rug, so be careful, but might not be. And then further down, you know, we've got Strawberry AI up 24% today. Wisp is one people have been getting excited about. As you can see, it's got 200% rise here over the last 7 days. It's up 25% today. It does seem to be rebounding well. Some other losers today include, unfortunately, some of the projects that, you know, we do like on this channel, like Griffain is down 11% today, for example. So 160 million market cap. Swarm is showing some strength as usual. Banker Coin is selling off a little bit, but it's not surprising considering how much it's gone up in the last week with 162% increase still. And yeah, guys, it is basically a bit of a mixed bag, I guess we could say, between the different projects today. There's some red, some green in the DeFi space, but there isn't really a huge amount to kind of report about. No major pumps or dumps. However, the reversal with the AI16Z and the ARC Forge launchpad has been quite stark considering the size of their market cap. So we're going to dive into why that is. Why did the ARC token dump, and why is the AI16Z token dumped alongside it? What happened yesterday with the launch, and what can we learn from this experience? Okay, guys, so we're going to jump into exactly what happened with the first ARC Forge launch. Now, these are handpicked, obviously, projects from the ARC team, which they call a handshake program to launch on their launchpad. And the first one was called Ask Jimmy. And we're going to dive into why this might be impacting the ARC price at the moment. Okay, guys, so Deep Value Mimetics here has given us a really nice breakdown as to what happened. So look, basically the first project that launched on the launchpad Forge was called Ask Jimmy. Okay, and that happened at 9 AM EST yesterday. Now that actually got people very excited, including me on this channel. You know, I did mention some surprise yesterday on the channel about how they've just quickly managed to launch a launchpad like that when the likes of AI16Z have been scheduled to do that in April and have announced it earlier. So it looks like this may have been rushed through from the ARC team because they did have some technical problems and people did lose money. So as you can see here, the front end of the launchpad wasn't actually working properly, and the team had to redirect transactions to Jupiter. When the front end began working minutes later, the majority of the initial holders were snipers and bots, which pretty much meant the launchpad was built to discourage. So if you remember yesterday, we actually spoke about one of the key things of the launchpad ARC Forge was that it discourages snipers and bots because it makes the first block much more expensive to get into, which punishes snipers and bots, which is really cool, by the way. But because the front end wasn't working, it made that obsolete. And then, of course, it did get heavily sniped and botted, and then a lot of people ended up getting dumped on, which was a really not a good look for ARC, to be honest with you. Around 80 million or so in volume came in, so there was a lot of excitement about this project. You know, it was something that people were looking forward to, and because of the handshake program that ARC said, like they handpicking quality projects. You know, this is it's a disaster really for ARC. Let's be honest. It's a disaster. You know, publicly, it's now dented some of the faith in the ARC team. However, these things do happen, guys, especially on a first launch. Like, people make mistakes. If you ask me, like, it is obviously not good, and it has dented our faith a little bit in ARC. But you know, let's be honest. You know, ARC is still extremely bullish, guys. It obviously has a really exciting open source framework. It's it's got backing from the Solana Foundation. It has tons and tons of different hackathons taking place. Like, it's got an amazing framework for developers to tap into with the Rust programming language. So I don't think we should go too overboard with what happened. Projects do make mistakes. It was a technical misstep, as it says here, and the market cap has shown that. So it actually declined 30% down to $300 million. I think we can see today. Today it's actually back up to around $350 million. So there has been some faith in the project, but obviously, yes, we obviously clearly thought that it would be more battle tested, and it was a disappointment, guys. But if the Ask Jimmy token does take off and does really well, then if you remember the chart that I showed you yesterday from the CEO of the kind of ARC organization, then you will see that if the tokens that launch on ARC Forge do well, then it has a positive impact on the ARC price. So that's one way of saving it, of saving this situation. If the Ask Jimmy token does really well, we'll keep an eye on it, guys. It obviously was massively disappointing, and there was actually an apology that came out from the founder. Okay, guys, so Tachi is the main guy behind ARC itself, the co-founder and CEO of Playgrounds OX, which are the guys behind ARC, and basically he wrote an apology here on Twitter, basically saying that they've understand that they've messed up, they're figuring out what they could do better, so they're taking ownership, which is good. They're going to begin implementing these changes as quick as possible for the next launch, and they're currently undergoing a post-mortem. And what's cool is that they're going to share all of their learnings. I mean, it doesn't exactly help the people that lost a lot of money, to be honest with you, but it is good to see that they're not denying what happened. They're fronting up and they're sharing their learnings. As you can see, that it says they've learned a ton, and they aim to be the fairest and best venue to launch ARC complex tokens. So that's going to become a bit of a meme for a while until they actually prove they can do that. But yeah, they're saying all the issues in the front end has now been resolved, so please stay tuned for the full report, guys. So when we get the full report, we'll let you know. Right, guys, so the next bit of news is actually something that I think's gone under the radar a little bit, especially with the whole ARC launchpad disaster. But basically Luna. So Luna was like one of the first AI agents to get a lot of attention. Luna by Virtuals. So Luna is basically an AI influencer, one of the first ever kind of like Web3 enabled AI influencers. And she's basically a 24/7 autonomous virtual idol, let's say. So she streams 24/7 on TikTok. She's already got her own IP. She's collaborated with different music artists. You can chat to her on Telegram, etc., etc. However, the Luna token has been a bit disappointing. Let's be honest. The Luna token, it's been down only really if you look at the price over the last, pretty much since it launched. And I guess that token holders probably got a bit frustrated, including the team, because it did get a lot of mindshare at the beginning, especially. But now they've basically come back with a new concept that they think is going to drive the Luna token, and could very well do that. So look, let's dive into it, guys. Okay, guys, so they're actually launching their own framework now. So before, Luna was just one AI influencer. Now they believe that they want to scale these AI influencers. So there's a whole network of AI influencers, and they want to do that with their own framework. Okay, guys, so their own framework is unsurprisingly called Luna, and that stands for Live, Ubiquitous, Neural, and Autonomous. That enables any creator, brand, or Web3 project to launch their own AI-powered influencers. Okay, and they're calling it the AI Hollow Revolution. Now, what were the issues with Luna 1.0? Well, as I mentioned, I think the key one really was the lack of true value accrual for the Luna holders. So whilst it was cool, the tokenomics were just not there for people to make good money, and whenever the tokens are not there that make money, the attention goes elsewhere. And yeah, so basically with this new framework, people will be able to deploy fully customized 2D, 3D avatars with lifelike voices and animations, leverage next generation AI for content creation, including images and videos, enable 24/7 live streams with interactive and real-time engagement, and train custom LLMs tailored to unique character personalities. And of course, you can integrate these across all social media platforms such as TikTok, X, Telegram, Instagram, and many more. So initially, guys, if you're actually interested in getting involved in this, I think AI influencers is definitely going to be a huge market. I think over the coming 3, 4, 5, 10 years, they're going to be huge in my opinion. And so if you want to be at the forefront of this, you can actually access with a whitelist. So early adopters must apply for exclusive partnerships. It doesn't say here exactly how you apply for exclusive partnerships at the moment. But like I said, the most important thing for these guys is, I believe, is the token with real value accrual, because they mention it a lot in this article. What is different with Luna 2.0? So they actually provide a 5% partner token allocation. So each partner that launches an AI influencer using Luna, the framework, must allocate 5% of their token supply to Luna. 5% is really high. Like if you saw yesterday on the Vader Research Launchpad, they're offering 3% if you launch through the Launchpad that the Vader's doing, which is also fairly high. 5% is a big number. I hope that doesn't put off AI influencers from launching with their framework. But anyways, as you can see, this ensures continuous value accrual for Luna token holders as the ecosystem grows. But it's not clear they're allocating 5% of their token supply to Luna. Does that mean they're buying Luna off the market with that 5% token supply, or they're just sending 5% token supply to Luna to hold in some kind of DAO structure or something. It's not clear, and I would like clarity on that, to be honest with you. And they also mention here like a Luna mobile app and Interact to Own. So basically, they're going to have an influencer hub with an Interact to Own mechanism in place, which allows fans to engage with their favorite AI influencers and earn partner tokens through their interactions. So something to be very, very clear about here is that the way that people earn these partner tokens, so these influencer agent tokens, is by engaging with the influencer itself. So that's actually how you get the tokens. And this is the only way that it says you can get the tokens on this article. For example, if you interact in real time, if you watch the live streams, if you experience dynamic personalized content, you can tip and burn Luna tokens, purchase exclusive merchandise, etc., etc. And that unlocks the token of the AI influencer. And a leaderboard system will reward the most active users with partner tokens, encouraging deeper engagement and fostering a loyal fan base. Okay, guys, so it sounds like the only way to get hold of these tokens for the AI influencers is by actually interacting and being a member of the platform. Now, this kind of reminds me of like the Telegram mini app sensation that happened, I guess 6 months ago or so now, or maybe a little bit longer. But, there was so many users that came to Telegram mini apps, and all they were doing was just tapping the hamster. I'm talking about hamster combat, obviously, right? And, they were just tapping the hamster, and anyone, that had time to do that all day, clearly, it doesn't have a full-time job or isn't in a business, running their own business, or, but the fact is many people were doing that. And in fact, millions of people were doing that, especially from third world countries, and they made a lot of money in their specific market. And look, guys, if all you have to do is watch the influencers here and interact in real time, then there's no reason. I mean, look, obviously Telegram has a massive funnel. Don't get me wrong, a huge funnel, like 1 billion members, nearly on their platform that obviously Luna doesn't have. But if this gets wind, from the kind of airdrop community, then it could drive a lot of users and attention to these AI influencers, guys. It all depends on execution at the end of the day from the team, but the potential is definitely there, if you ask me. Yes, as you can see, it says instead of flooding the market, partner tokens are distributed directly to engage users, driving real interaction with AI influencers. So anyway, more about the Luna mobile app. So imagine a mobile app where you can watch 24/7 AI influencer live streams, have private chats with the favorite AI influencers, buy exclusive merchandise and digital experience, NFTs, etc., and complete on leaderboards, earn partner tokens by interacting and burning Luna. And what they're speaking about here is this flywheel effect. So more app attention will give you more fans will give you stronger monetization will give you more high quality partners, more rewards, even more attention. Obviously, they've been thinking a lot about the tokenomics, the flywheel, which is good, and we wish more projects did that at the beginning instead of having to launch a 2.0, but they've done it, which is good. And yeah, they're trying to build the next AI revolution. So look, I really believe in AI influencers. I think it's something that, especially out, let's say in Asia to begin with, because they have a very big interest, for example, in, different anime characters and seasons and series. I think there's easily a target market out there, especially for 24/7 content. Like, it's going to be difficult for real influencers to keep up, but I think that Luna has something here. It all depends on the execution of the team. If we look at the token, they are launching their own framework that will accrue 5% value back to Luna. It's sat at 18.9 million market cap, so it is small cap, and it is, if they fulfill their goals and ambitions, then of course the project's going to be worth a lot higher than that. But let's see how it goes. They are a first mover. They obviously have the backing of the Virtuals team, since Luna is on the Virtuals platform. But let's see how it goes, guys, because obviously it's been disappointing so far, but they do have something here that could get some mainstream attention, and they do have a nice flywheel effect. So on that note, guys, we will move on to the next story, and we'll keep an eye on what Luna is doing in the next few weeks and months. All right, guys, next up we have Griffain. Obviously, Griffain is one of the, if not the most well-known AI abstraction layer on Solana, and they've actually now launched a new initiative called Energy. And so what is Energy? So previously you had to pay for Griffain. To use Griffain, you had to pay Sol, and that created a boundary for people actually using Griffain, and that also left like a bitter taste in some people's mouths that were not able to afford or weren't willing to pay that price. Well, now they've introduced Energy, and basically the cool thing about here is that you can just it turns Griffain into a pay-as-you-go platform. Which makes it a lot more affordable to people. So as you can see here, you can pay for your energy. At the moment, I just tried this. I could only do this in Solana. I couldn't do this in Griffain like it shows here, but you can add energy, and then basically based on your usage of the product, it will remove some of the energy for that. Yeah, it's made it a lot more accessible. I was playing around on Griffain earlier today and also bought my energy, let's say, with some Sol. You can also buy that with credit card as well. They have an integration there, which is pretty cool to see. So moving further on, guys, it says when you engage with agents on Griffain, agents consume energy. 1 energy equals 100 messages. Okay, so it's actually quite cheap. If you look at it here, I mean, what was it? It was 1 energy equals $1. $1, 100 messages. If you're buying $25, it's 2,500 messages. All in all, I think it's pretty well priced. The more complex the action, though, the more energy is used, as it can say. So it's not only just about buying energy, okay? You can also redeem energy rewards for doing things on chain, like trading with Griffain. So looks like it's a two-sided initiative. You can also buy the energy, but you can also get redeem energy as well. And if you have already paid for the access pass, guys, do not worry. You've been granted a one-time airdrop of 500 energy that expires at the end of this year. All right, guys, so look, just a quick one from Griffain. But if you haven't been playing around with Griffain yet, and you've been wanting to, now is obviously a great time to do that, because they've lowered the barriers of entry to using the product. All right, guys, next up we have the news that BNB Chain has released a plugin for the Eliza AI framework. Simply simplifying the integration of AI agents on the blockchain. So what does this mean? So BNB Chain is now trying to become an AI first blockchain. So I think BNB Chain for a while has been kind of swimming around wondering, looking for what to do, and how to, basically position itself in the market. And it feels like they've now finally settled on, being an AI agent blockchain and trying to make a big push with AI. There, of course, was the meme coin launch yesterday for Broccoli with CZ as well, which was absolute chaos, guys. I'm not even sure why he did that, because obviously loads of people must have got scammed. So that was a bit weird. But let's stick to AI agents, since that's what we talk about on this channel. The BNB Chain have launched a blog post here about the plugin with Eliza OS, which is, of course, is the open source framework behind AI 16Z. And yeah, there's more information here basically about how to plug in the AI agent onto BNB Chain. This is more for you technical guys out there. But of course, it mentions some of the key features of the Eliza AI framework, such as the DeFi integration. This will enable AI agents to interact with DeFi protocols on BNB Chain. And, as we spoke about a couple of days on the channel, we also saw HoloWorld, add a BNB Chain integration. HoloWorld being a traditionally Solana, AI agent launchpad. We've also seen Top Hat here, who's also another Solana AI agent launchpad. They are also expanding to BNB Chain with 4meme as their integration partner for agentic token launches. And so it seems that BNB Chain are making a big push into the AI agent space. So we, of course, will keep an eye on it. Of course, there was also the recent Bad AI launchpad on Binance Chain, which we spoke about very recently in the last few days. And there was also another project that we've seen. There's a few projects now that Binance Labs, I know they've changed their names now, but it's still Binance Labs I've been investing in. And so, yeah, I'm still waiting for, CZ AI. I don't think I've seen it yet, but I think that could be something that could do really well. But no, in general, good to see other chains, trying to pick up the pace here. Also, you'll notice on Cookie.Fun that, Base and Solana are two of the blockchains that you can actually search specifically for. And they've also added BNB Chain as the third one. And so there's only 3 chains you can choose for individually. Otherwise, it's just all. So BNB Chain are clearly trying to make a move here. So we'll keep an eye on how BNB Chain do. Obviously, they have a very fast blockchain, and we will be following the news for all things BNB Chain and AI agents on this channel. Right, guys, next up, we have a favorite of the channel. It's Hey Anon. Now, DeFi is now on Binance Wallet. Yes, that's right, guys. DeFi is available with Hey Anon on the Binance Wallet directly. So you can actually access Hey Anon. So there's a quick example here. So on the Binance Wallet itself, you can find Hey Anon. You can obviously check out the beta that's currently happening at the moment, so which we highly advise you guys do. Get involved in DeFi. You can connect your Binance Web3 wallet here and get involved and start using Hey Anon on Binance Wallet. All right, guys, that's all we've got time for today. I hope you have an amazing weekend, guys. Go outside, touch some grass. I know the markets are still kind of shaky, but there was some really positive developments for the AI agents and DeFi space this week, including, the launch and announcements of a number of exciting launch pads, including, the likes of an NBA champion, getting involved, launching their own AI agents on virtuals, including new frameworks and so much more. So there's lots of things for us to look forward to over the coming weeks and months. Guys, if you've been enjoying the content, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, and I will see you guys back here on Monday.